The older I get, the more I understand my father. Talked too much, just showed up early and worked enough. Hands like leather, back bench strong. First one there and the last one gone. Never wore a fancy suit, just muddy jeans and steel-toe boots. Never chased what the rich folks had, but somehow gave everything he had. I remember riding in that old Ford truck, watching them work from sunrise up, thinking he was just another man. Now I finally understand the strength I carry started with him. I'm built like my old man, tough where life demands, standing tall through storms and hard times, doing everything I can. Built like my old man, faith in both hands, a little stubborn, a little scarred, but proud of who I am. Taught me how to shake a hand, look a person in the eye and stand, how to keep my word when things get hard, how to fight with faith when life leaves scars. Never heard him brag or boast, never cared who had the most, just believed in family, work and truth, simple things that carry through. Now every time I face a test, I hear his voice inside my chest saying, son, don't quit today, storms always fade away. Some lessons money can never buy. Storms and hard times, doing everything I can. Built like my old man, faith in both hands, a little stubborn, a little scarred, but proud of who I am. Never made the news, but he built a life most people couldn't do. He carried burdens quietly without asking for applause, and that's the kind of strength that earns respect forever. Whoa, like my old man. Whoa, like my old man. Now I'm older than he was then, and I finally see it all again. The sacrifices I couldn't understand, the weight he carried as a man, the long days, the sleepless nights, the hidden worries out of sight, the way he always found a way to keep us safe another day. And if I become half the man he was, I'll count that as enough, because the road he paved for me still guides my footsteps faithfully. Through storms and hard times, doing everything I can. Built like my old man, faith in both hands, a little stubborn, a little scarred, but proud of who I am. Built like my old man, and I'll carry on the things he taught me long after he's gone. memories, you leave strength behind. Everything changed the day I looked in the mirror. I used to blame the town I grew in, blame bad luck for what I was doing, blame the cause of life dealt me, blame everybody but me. Said the system held me back, said success was on my track, always had another reason why my dreams never got off the ground to fly. Then one morning it hit me hard, like lightning through a dark backyard. If nothing changes, nothing changes, and excuses don't build greatness. The truth hurts, but the truth sets free. The day I quit blaming everybody was the day my life turned around. The day I quit blaming everybody was the day I found solid ground. I stopped looking out the window, started looking inside, and that's when the road to victory finally came alive. Hey! 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 The world didn't suddenly get easier, the mountains didn't get any smaller, the bill still came every month, the pressure still weighed a ton. But something changed within me, I finally took responsibility for every choice and every step, for every promise I hadn't kept. And strangely enough, that felt good, because ownership always should. When you realize your future's tied to the decisions you decide, excuses feel safe, growth feels uncomfortable. The day I quit blaming everybody was the day my life turned around. The day I quit blaming everybody was the day I found solid ground. I stopped looking out the window, started looking inside, and that's when the road to victory finally came alive. The strongest thing a man can say is not, it's their fault. The strongest thing a man can say is I'll handle it. That's where power begins. Whoa, take control. Whoa, on your own. Now every sunrise feels different, because I know it's in my hands. Not every circumstance, but every response and every plan. I've still got dreams to chase ahead, still got mountains left unsaid, but now I know the path is clear. One disciplined day, one focused year. And if somebody hears this song, feeling stuck for way too long, maybe this message reaches through the same way it once reached me too. The day I quit blaming everybody was the day my life turned around. The day I quit blaming everybody was the day I found solid ground. I stopped looking out the window, started looking inside, and that's when the road to victory finally came alive. The day I quit blaming everybody was the day I became free, because the person holding me back was staring right at me. Hey! control everything, but you can't control what happens next. Deep southern baritone, proud fatherly present, with a southern grit, emotional story and delivery. 70% country rap, 25% melodic country, massive family anthem, emotional sing-along, hood, Covalent, trying hungry. Mine on NATO with bass, trap drum foot stomps of Monaco, southern piano, church organ accent, electric guitar swell, cinematic strings, zombie impact. Warm and all saturation, deep support of low end, wide stereo image, pull me in Nashville, Ace Atlanta production, I'm out of parks up. Every Mars said the head around my dash, I'm rating these football winning Asia better bosh on. My goal was never to give my son an easy life, my goal was to give him a better starting line. I remember sleeping with worries heavy, wondering if we'd ever get steady, working overtime, chasing every chance, trying to improve our circumstance. There were years when the bills came first, and every setback seemed to hurt, but every sacrifice I made was laying foundations for another day, because a father sees tomorrow long before it gets here, building bridges his children may never even notice are there. I climb these hills so we could see further. My son will start further ahead. That's the dream inside my chest, not because life will be easy, but because he'll have a stronger step. My son will start further ahead, standing on lessons I've learned, every sacrifice I make today becomes tomorrow's earned return. Hey, 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 hey. I don't need him to be perfect, I don't need him to be famous, I just hope he grows up knowing character is what remains. I hope he learned to shake a hand, keep his word and take a stand, respect his mother, honor God, and never quit when times get hard. The money matters, sure it does, but values matter even more, because fortunes can disappear while principles endure. The greatest gift is a stronger foundation. My son will start further ahead. That's the dream inside my chest, not because life will be easy, but because he'll have a stronger step. My son will start further ahead, standing on lessons I've learned, every sacrifice I make today becomes tomorrow's earned return. Every generation has a choice to pass down struggle or pass down wisdom, to leave behind excuses or leave behind opportunity. That's how legacies are built. Whoa, build it stronger. Whoa, pass it on. One day he'll drive these same roads and carry dreams of his own. Maybe he'll go farther than I did, and I pray that he does, because success isn't keeping score, it's opening bigger door for the people coming after you to walk through. And when he asks why I work so hard, why I stay late, why I played my part, I'll simply smile and tell the truth. Son, I was building a runway for you. My son will start further ahead. That's the dream inside my chest, not because life will be easy, but because he'll have a stronger step. My son will start further ahead, standing on lessons I've learned, every sacrifice becomes tomorrow's earned return. My son will start further ahead. Someday he'll do the same. That's how families grow stronger, generation after generation. You tried to break me, but all you did was build me. Back when I was down and out, everybody had something to say. Everybody had opinions, nobody stayed. They pointed in my face, they laughed at every fall, never realizing pressure was making me stand tall. Every closed door made me tougher, every betrayal made me wise. Every scar across my soul opened up my eyes. I used to hate the struggle, used to curse the pain. Now I understand, it was training all along. You thought you were ending me, you were creating me. I'm the man they created, through the fire and frustration, through the doubt and the heartbreak, through every hard situation. The man they created, every wound became strength, every battle became purpose, every mile became redemption. Got cold, the money got tight, the road got long, the future lost sight. But something inside me refused to quit, refused to surrender even a bit. Because deep down I knew one thing, the strongest steel survives the heat. I've been underestimated, I've been overlooked, I've been counted out before anyone even looked. And every time they wrote me off, I came back twice as strong, like the storm gathering power all along. Pain was the hammer, life was the forge. I'm the man they created, through the fire and frustration, through the doubt and the heartbreak, through every hard situation. The man they created, every wound became strength, every battle became purpose, every mile became redemption. Maybe success isn't luck, maybe it's survival. Maybe greatness isn't talent, maybe it's refusing to stop trying. Maybe the strongest people aren't born that way. Maybe they're built one hard day at a time. Sun breaks over the horizon and I finally see the design. Every setback had a reason, every storm had a season. Without the losses, I wouldn't value wings. Without the darkness, I wouldn't recognize light. Without the doubters, I wouldn't have the strive. Without the struggle, I wouldn't be alive. So if another storm arises tomorrow, I welcome it with a grin, because I've learned exactly what pressure does to me. Created through the fire and frustration, through the doubt and take away. Never hate the fire. It might be building the strongest version of you. Looking back, everything good in my life started with those two people. Mama had her hands folded every night, talking to heaven long after midnight, praying for protection, praying for grace, praying we'd all find our place. Daddy woke before the morning light, steel-toe boots and workday fight. Never said much about sacrifice, just lived it every day of his life. We weren't rich by any means, but somehow we had everything, because love filled up the empty spaces money couldn't reach. One taught faith, one taught responsibility. Mama prayed, Daddy worked, that's how this family survived. Mama prayed, Daddy worked, and somehow we always got by. One carried hope, one carried the load, together they carried us all. Mama prayed, Daddy worked, and built a life from almost nothing. Hey. I remember storms rolling through, bills stacked higher than they should. Yet somehow panic never stayed long around the place. Mama said God will provide. Daddy nodded and kept working overtime, and watching them taught me something. Faith and effort belong together, not just hoping things improve, not just grinding without truth, but believing while you build it. That's where real strength moves. Faith gave direction, work made it happen. Mama prayed, Daddy worked, that's how this family survived. Mama prayed, Daddy worked, and somehow we always got by. One carried hope, one carried the load, together they carried us all. Mama prayed, Daddy worked, and built a life from almost nothing. Heroes don't always wear uniforms. Sometimes they wear aprons, sometimes they wear work boots, and never ask for recognition. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Daddy. Now I understand what they gave, more with every year and every age, because raising the family ain't easy, and carrying responsibility is heavy. If I become half the parent they were, I consider my life a success, because their example still guides me through every challenge ahead. And someday when my children ask how we made it through hard paths, I'll smile and tell them the truth, the same one I learned from those legacy remains in every lesson running through our name. The older I get, the more extraordinary ordinary people become. The city can tell you a lot of things, but the back roads tell the truth. Big highway dust on a Friday night, headlights cutting through the countryside, radio low and the stars up high, just me and the road beneath the sky. I chase money, I chase fame, I chase things I can't even name, but every time life got complicated, these old roads help me navigate it. Out here nobody cares what you own, nobody asks if you're famous or known. The only thing that matters around here is whether your words stay sincere. The world talks loud, but truth talks quiet. Backroads never lie. They've seen every tear I've cried, seen every dream survive, every storm I've had to drive. Backroads never lie. They know who you are inside when the city lights go blind. Backroads never lie. Hey! I remember Grandpa's old advice, son, keep your heart and your handshake right. Simple words from a simple man, but they built the life I understand. Now everybody's chasing something fast, trying to make every moment last, but the older I get, the more I see freedom lives in simplicity. A full tank, good friends, a clear night sky, a little faith when the road runs dry, things that money can never buy. That's the reason I'm still alive. The farther I roam, the more I know. Backroads never lie. They've seen every tear I've cried, seen every dream survive, every storm I've had to drive. Backroads never lie. They know who you are inside when the city lights go blind. Backroads never lie. Hey! Hey! Maybe success ain't what they sell, maybe heaven's a little closer here, where the fields stretch for miles and peace sounds crystal clear. Maybe the answers we're searching for aren't hidden in some distant place. Maybe they're waiting on the dirt road we passed 1,000 times. Oh, take me home. Oh, take me home. The sun drops low beyond the trees, painting gold across the fields and leaves, and for a moment everything feels right, like the road itself is speaking tonight. I'll survive heartbreak, loss and doubt. I've seen dreams fail and work back out, and through it all one thing stayed true. These back roads always pull me through. So if you're lost, ain't need direction, forget perfection, forget attention, take a drive where the gravel bends and let the road become your friend. I've cried, seen every dream survive, every storm I've had to drive. Backroads never lie. They know who you are inside when the city doesn't care who you pretend to be, only who you really are. Everybody else saw empty ground. I saw the future standing there. It was nothing but weeds and fence posts, a forgotten field where nobody goes. No fancy gate, no shining barn, just raw dirt underneath the stars. Folks would drive by and shake their heads, wondering why I'd buy that stretch. But every time I stood right there, I could already see it clear. Children running through the grass, a porch where generations laugh, a place where family roots grow deep, long after I'm asleep. Vision sees tomorrow before tomorrow arrives. The ranch I saw before it existed started as a dream in my mind. The ranch I saw before it existed was built one sacrifice at a time. One fence, one field, one sunrise worth chasing. The ranch I saw before it existed became the life I was creating. Yeah. Hey, every paycheck had a purpose. Every overtime shift was worth it, because dreams get expensive when you're serious about building them. There were seasons full of doubt, times I almost backed out, but every great thing standing tall once looked impossible to us all. The barn came first, then came the road, then came the trees along the rows, and slowly what lived inside my head started becoming real instead. Dreams become reality when action catches up. The ranch I saw before it existed started as a dream in my mind. The ranch I saw before it existed was built one sacrifice at a time. One fence, one field, one sunrise worth chasing. The ranch I saw before it existed became the life I was creating. Most people wait to believe until they can see it. Builders believe first and spend years proving it. Whoa. Build the vision. Whoa. Stay the course. Now when the evening sun drops low and paints the pasture fields in gold, I sit back and take it in, thinking about where it all began. Not with money, not with luck, not with perfect timing, but with a stubborn dream, refusing to die, because every legacy starts invisible, every future starts uncertain, and every meaningful thing starts with somebody willing to believe. The ranch I saw before it existed started as a dream in my mind. The ranch I saw before it existed was built one sacrifice at a time. One fence, one field, one sunrise worth chasing. The ranch I saw before it existed became the life I was creating. The ranch I saw before it existed, and someday after I'm gone, the dream will keep living through the family moving on. calls it property. I call it a dream that learned how to stand. I've been called a lot of things in my life, but nothing ever hit me like that word. It was just another Saturday, mowing grass on an ordinary day. Sweat on my shirt, dirt on my boots, doing what grown men usually do. My little boy came running fast, toy truck held tight in his hands, looked up at me with those young eyes and said something that stopped time. He said, "Daddy, when I grow up, I wanna be just like you." And for a moment all the noise in the world disappeared from view. No trophy could ever mean more. The day my son called me his hero changed the way I saw myself. The day my son called me his hero made me wanna be someone else. Someone stronger, someone wiser, someone worthy of his trust. The day my son called me his hero made me level up. Choice, every habit, every word, every voice. 'Cause little eyes are always watching, even when you think they're not noticing. He doesn't care what truck I drive or what numbers are in my account tonight. He cares if I keep my word, if I'm present, if I'm kind. That's when I realize leadership starts inside your own backyard. And being a hero isn't glory, it's living a consistent story. Children hear less than they observe. The day my son called me his hero changed the way I saw myself. The day my son called me his hero made me wanna be someone else. Someone stronger, someone wiser, someone worthy of his trust. The day my son called me his hero made me level up. Every father becomes a landmark in the map of a child's life. The question is, what direction are we pointing? Lead the way. Make him proud. Make him proud. Hey, hey. One day he'll be a grown man too, facing battles I can't fight through, making choices of his own, walking roads I've never known. But if I can give him one thing, beyond money or material things, let it be an example worth following, a life worth remembering. Because heroes aren't perfect people, they're ordinary men who show up again and again and again when it matters most. The day my son called me his hero changed the way I saw myself. The day my son called me his hero made me wanna be someone else. Someone stronger, someone wiser, someone worthy of his trust. The day my son called me his hero made me level up. The day my son called me his hero became a mission in my heart, to become the man he already believes I am. Maybe the greatest responsibility in life is becoming the person your child already sees. Funny thing about doubters, they disappear when you finally win. I remember all the laughter back when I was chasing dreams. Everybody had opinions, nobody believed in me. They saw an old truck and worn out boots, a small town kid with nothing to lose, a paycheck short and a stubborn mind, trying to outrun county lines. Teacher said be realistic, friends said lower your aim. Some people only see your limits, they never see your flame. But every answer became fuel, every joke became a spark, every door they tried to close only lit up something in the dark. The more they doubted, the harder I pushed. They said I wouldn't make it, said I'd never get this far. Now I'm watching sunsets through the windshield of my scars. They said I wouldn't make it, but here I stand today. Every mile I fall through, help me find my way. Hey, hey, hey. Work construction through the summers, work the graveyard through the cold, put every dollar toward the future nobody else could see unfold. Miss birthdays, miss weekends, missed a lot of easy roads, because success ain't built by comfort, it's built by carrying heavy loads. There were nights I almost quit, nights I questioned everything, but quitting never felt as good as proving them wrong again. Now every sunrise feels earned, every lesson finally paid, every struggle left behind became the man I am today. When life got heavy, I got stronger. They said I wouldn't make it, said I'd never get this far. Now I'm watching sunsets through the windshield of my scars. They said I wouldn't make it, but here I stand today. Every mile I fall through, help me find my way. Saying you'll never win. Maybe the world's been telling you to stop believing again. Don't listen to the crowd that never walked your road. The strongest trees grow taller through the hardest storm. Whoa, keep climbing. Whoa, keep climbing. Now the highway stretches west, golden sunlight on my chest. The same road they laughed about is the same road I'm driving now. I ain't perfect, never claimed to be, but every battle gave me strength and every failure set me free. Because success ain't money, ain't success ain't fame. Success is looking in the mirror and respecting your own name. And if tomorrow brings another fight, I welcome it once again. Cause every challenge that appears is another chance to win. They said I wouldn't make it, said I'd never get this far. Now I'm watching sunsets through the windshield of my scars. They said I wouldn't make it, but here I stand today. Every mile I fall through, help me find my way. Never let someone else's limits become your own. Some weeks the paycheck carried me. Some weeks the prayer did. Yeah. Some weeks the paycheck carried me. Some weeks the prayer did. Yeah, Monday morning before sunrise, coffee in a worn out thermos by my side, steel-toed boots in an aching back, heading down the same old track. Bills stacked high on the kitchen table, doing everything I can to keep us stable. Sometimes the numbers don't add up right, but somehow we make it through another night. I've learned life ain't always fair. Sometimes the burden feels hard to bear, but every morning I still stand and give the day all I can. When the money ran short, faith carried the rest. The paycheck and the prayer got me through the hardest years. One paid the bills, one calmed the fears. The paycheck and the prayer both showed up on time. One filled my pockets, one strengthened my mind. Winters colder than usual, and summers that felt impossible. Unexpected troubles knocking at the door when we thought we couldn't take much more. But every time the pressure rose, somehow another pathway showed. Maybe not the way I planned, but enough to help me stand. My mama used to always say, God may not move the mountain away, but it'll give you strength to climb, one step at a time. Hard work feeds the family, faith feeds the soul. The paycheck and the prayer got me through the hardest years. One paid the bills, one calmed the fears. The paycheck and the prayer both showed up on time. One filled my pockets, one strengthened my mind. The strongest people I know aren't the richest. They're the ones who kept believing when the evidence said otherwise. The ones who stayed grateful even in the struggle. Oh, keep believing. Oh, keep walking. Now look around this life at my children and my wife, and every sacrifice feels small compared to what we built through it all. Not perfect, but it's ours. Built through long days and long hours, built through faith and sacrifice, built one prayer at a time. And if tomorrow brings another storm, I face it just like before, with calloused hands and hopeful eyes, trusting God to help me rise. A paycheck and the prayer got me through the hardest years. One paid the bills, one calmed the fears. The paycheck and the prayer both showed up on time. One filled my pockets, one strengthened my mind. the paycheck and the prayer. That's how I survive. One built my future, one kept me alive. I've never been carried by money alone. Some roads require faith. Some of us were born with silver spoons, and some of us were raised by the dust. Yeah. Backroad sunset on a worn-out Ford, county line sign in a rusty front porch. Daddy worked doubles, mama worked nights. Still somehow kept hope burning bright. Boots full of gravel, hands full of scars. Dreaming big underneath those stars. No handouts came, no easy way. Just sweat and faith at the end of the day. Small town soul with a stubborn mind, trying to leave every fear behind. Everybody doubted what I could become. Now they hear my ties when they hear me come. We were raised by the dust, built from the rust, holding on when life got rough. Got dirt on our hands, fire in our blood, still standing strong when enough ain't enough. Raised by the dust, never give it up. Every hard road made us tough. When the world shuts down, we still rise above. Yeah, we were raised by the dust. We were raised by the dust. Yeah. Seen factories closing, dreams disappear. Seen grown men breaking, drowning fear. Seen old trucks run another 100 miles just because quitting ain't our style. Got a Bible riding shotgun seat and a little more faith than money this week. But I learned one thing on this winding road: the strongest backs carry the heaviest load. Cold nights driving beneath moonlight, searching for peace through tail lights. Every mile marker tells my name, every scar reminds me why I came. When the rain keeps falling, nobody calls. You learn real quick what makes a man stand tall. We were raised by the dust, built from the rust, holding on when life got rough. Got dirt on our hands, fire in our blood, still standing strong when enough ain't enough. Raised by the dust, never give it up. Every hard road made us tough. When the world shuts down, we still rise above. Yeah, we were raised by the dust. Maybe we ain't rich, maybe we never will be, but you can't buy grit, and you can't fake belief. Maybe nobody knows our names, maybe nobody feels our pain, but every blue-collar soul tonight knows exactly why we fight. Sunrise breaking over Tennessee hills. Still got dreams, I ain't finished building. Still got fuel in this old machine. Still got faith in what I can't see. Every setback turned into fuel. Every heartbreak taught me the rules. Every dead end became a new lane. Every storm became strength through pain. They can laugh from the ivory towers. We were forged in harder hours. We don't stop and we don't fold. That's how country legends grow. We were raised by the dust, built from the rust, holding on when life got rough. Got dirt on our hands, fire in our blood, still standing strong when enough ain't enough. Raised by the dust, never giving up. Every hard road made us tough. When the world shuts down, we still rise above. Raised by the dust, raised by the dust, raised by the dust. Forever, forever. To every dreamer, every worker, every small town survivor, keep driving. The dust remembers your name. Funny thing about a last name, you inherit it first, then spend a lifetime defining it. I grew up hearing stories told about the men who came before. Hard hands, long days, simple lives, built on honor, faith, and sacrifice. Back then it was just a name, written on papers all the same. I never understood the weight of carrying generations on my plate. But life has a way of teaching facts. Their reputations often last longer than money, trucks, or land, longer than the years a person stands. A name gets inherited, a reputation gets earned. The last name hits different now than it did when I was young. The last name hits different now after everything we've overcome. Every promise kept, every battle fought, every lesson handed down. The last name hits different now, and I'm proud to wear it now. Individual dreams, thinking success belonged to me. Then I realized every step I take reflects the family name I carry. Now when people meet my children, I think about what they remember, not the things we bought or owned, but the standards we lived under. Because names grow stronger over time when values survive the climb, and every generation has a choice to strengthen or weaken that voice. Legacy isn't automatic, it's maintained daily. The last name hits different now than it did when I was young. The last name hits I'm proud to wear it now. One day my children will carry this name without me, and what it means to them depends on what it means to me today. Carry it well, make it count. Maybe someday my grandson stands on the same piece of family land and hears the stories that we told about the people who stayed bold. I hope he understands success starts with character first and best, and a family's greatest inheritance isn't wealth, it's confidence. The confidence that comes from knowing your roots were built by people growing through hardship, faith, and discipline, again and again and again. The last name hits different now than it did when I was young. The last name hits different now after everything we've overcome. Every promise kept, every battle fought, every lesson handed down. The last name hits different now, and I'm proud to wear it now. The last name hits different now, 'cause it's more than just a sound. It's a story still being written, and we're building it right now. Was never to become famous. The goal was to make the family name mean something.